Hi, my friend, Sam Villa here, Redken Global Artistic Ambassador. I have a great little tip that I want to share with you, and it's creating a simple up style using a bun, a donut, and working with a braid. So let me show you how this is done. Let's get started. So let's start the updo. We're going to start with a ponytail back into the crown area. So where we place our pocket is described as the index finger and the thumb. So where I place that pocket, that's where that ponytail is going to be placed. So we're going to place it just at or just below the crown area. So I'm going to take our Signature Series paddle brush, and when I'm using it, I want you to notice how I'm using it. I'm brushing it vertically with the brush facing me. This is a great way to get the tangles out. So I've lined up the rows of the brush versus if I go horizontally, it's just a bunch of bristles in a cushion. So this is a great way to get all the tangles out. Now once I've got my tangles out, now we're going to switch to a finishing brush. And this is what's going to give me that smoothness and polish. And notice where I have my pocket place. So now we're going to take our Signature Series finishing brush, and we're just going to come through and now work for the smoothness and the polish. Notice how I continually open up my pocket and I bring the hair into the pocket. Notice how I take it and I bring it up into the pocket from the nape. So I'm not doing this. Brushing underneath and then losing the pocket. Keep the pocket the entire time, opening and closing as you brush. Now once we have that smoothness that we're looking for, now watch my right hand come back over that, and I come back over there, I smooth back out, pocket is replaced where I want it. Then we're going to take a bungee cord, just a small little elastic that you can purchase at Michael's. I'm going to take it and leave it about an inch to inch and a half out from my thumb and index finger. I'm going to roll so that the thumb is now extended over the index finger, wrap twice around my thumb. The second wrap, I go to my index finger and the head. And I'm using the index finger to hold that elastic. We lift, now take the elastic and move it towards the head and wrap around. And maintain your tension as you wrap. By doing this, by using a butcher's knot, what's great is that you're not messing up any of the brushing that you did up on the top. So watch when I release. See how I release and everything stays basically where I had it. Watch from a top view how I'm going to take one section of the cord. I'm going to wrap it twice like I'm tying my shoe. But what's different is you wrap it twice. Then I want you to pull. Then I want you to just cross your hands and listen for a little pop. There, you hear that little pop. So when you hear that little pop, that's what we need. That's what we need to go in and make sure that this is secure. Then what you want to do is take a scrub shear, and then we're just going to come through and we're going to cut the edge of the cord off. Now you could leave this if you wanted, you could wrap it around. I like cutting it off. When you want to take this off, all you simply do is you just pull on one side of it and then it just simply, it pops off. So let's go through and we'll cut the edge off, the length that we don't need. Okay. Now once we have that, now we're ready to go in and I want to cover the elastic. We're going to come through and we're going to take a hairpin. And by using a hairpin, we're going to take the closed end of the hairpin, we're going to slide that underneath the elastic. So all I do is just slide that underneath the elastic and I go on a diagonal. Now I'm just going to take a section like you normally would, because what you do is we take a section, we wrap it, and then we use a grip. Watch what Sam's going to do. I'm going to wrap this with tension. So look how I palm and pinch the ponytail, thumb lifts and we wrap to maintain the tension. Thumb lifts and wrap. Then we come through, we're going to take another hairpin. When we have another hairpin, we're going to come through, we're going to think needle and thread. So I take the hairpin and come through, pinch it right through. Once I have that, pull and push. Now come through, grab your hairpin and pull it out, and you've covered up the elastic. So I've been able to do that without using a hairpin or grip to cover that up. Once we have that, now let's go through and we're going to create a bun through this back area now. So let's simply take the head down. We're going to take a donut and reach back to the past to create the future. The past is where we learn, the future is where we apply it. So I'm going to come through, take a donut, and just do a simple bun, something that I was taught in beauty school. Come through, and I'm just going to fan the hair out over that donut. Okay, so let's take the finishing brush and now just start to brush this over that. Okay, and what I want to do is, it's not like I want to cover up the entire bun. I just want you to just spread it out And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a cloth elastic, and we're just going to come through just like we would when we're making a regular donut bun. And I'm just going to wrap that elastic around the donut. We're going to take the cloth elastic and go over the bun. Okay, and then I want you to really compress and push this in, and you'll see why in a moment. Once you're here, then I just simply want you to just grab some hair. Okay, I'm just taking a small amount of hair. Now I just want you to slice this into 3. So now remember what I said, the past is where we learn, the future is where we apply it. So the idea now is I want to come through and I'm going to actually braid over this. So I'm going to come through, take a section, notice how I'm going to work it to the inside. Okay, once I've done one full revolution, now I'm going to add hair into that center section. You want to maintain tension. Just take equal amounts of hair and just braiding everything into the center. Continue, what's most important is continuing to keep the tension. And the idea is just to create a braid over the bun. So we're going to continue to work all the way down until we run out of hair. Okay, and notice how I just took the section, just swung it to the center. That way it just gives me equal hair on both sides. Now you can see I'm past the bun, and you just continue to work your way down. Now once I get to this point, I'm going to take a small elastic, and we're going to place a small elastic on the end of this. Okay, so let's go 2 more sections, and then we're going to grab a small elastic, and I'll just continue down. Go down as far as you can. Okay, now product of choice. Most recently, I've been working a lot with Redken's Rebel Tame from the Frizz Dismiss line. I'm loving that because, especially if hair is compromised, then it's great to use a conditioning agent rather than a styling agent when you're going in and you're braiding. Notice how that's a small, skinny piece of ponytail, and I have a pretty large elastic. So rather than looping back 10 times, I'm just going to continue to twist. And now the twist is so tight at the base, now just loop through once. Now once I have that, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to come through and I'm going to pull on the braid and take it off of the donut. Then I'm going to take the donut and slide the donut back out. And now I'm going to come through, I'm going to lift from the center of the braid and now just come through and just create an upstyle. So I'm just going to take a hairpin, okay, and right where we hold is where we pin. So I'm just going to come through and just pin that. Take the edge of this and just tuck right back inside to my ponytail. Real simple look, working with a donut and with a bun, and then just changing that and just doing something a little bit different in terms of how you see it and what you do. And just basically pulling that off really creates just a different type of look to it, and it gives it a different type of finish. I could have left it like it was, which was that braid. I could have left that in there, but what I decided to do was just pull it off and then just twist it, and voila, you have yourself a finished style. Once again, let's recap how we did this. We simply went through and we placed a ponytail into that back area, came back through, and we placed a bun over that. Then we just simply braided over the bun, pulled off the braid, slid the bun out, and then just folded and create what it is that you want to see in your upstyle. Hope you enjoy this, and remember, at Sam Villa, we believe making hairdressers better hairdressers through education. Thanks for watching.